Welcome back. It is 7:12 this morning. This morning marks day 2 of jury deliberations in former President Trump's hush money trial. Yesterday, jurors listened to testimony for a second time from Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, and former publisher of the National Enquirer, David Pecker. Joining me this morning is former Illinois Republican Party Chair, Pat Brady. Thanks for coming in, Pat.
Good
we
to see
appreciate
you.
your feedback. Obviously, there's a lot riding on this case. What have been your takeaways so far?
Well, first of all, I don't think this case should have ever been brought. And if his name wasn't Donald Trump, he wouldn't have been in charge. I mean, this is a misdemeanor. I think they proved up the books and records violations, but try to bootstrap it into some big felony that it was a campaign finance violation or a tax violation never made sense to me. That being said, I think the evidence went in pretty well for the prosecution. And I think the closing arguments, I think the prosecutors probably won the closing arguments. In these kind of white-collar cases, the two most important things, or three most important things, are the opening statement, the closing argument, and the jury instructions. Although the former president got some favorable jury instructions yesterday, I think. Well,
some would argue that the defense was really handcuffed, and obviously you have a legal background, but Republican leaders say this trial is politically motivated. The defense not allowed to use witnesses to explain federal election laws or tax laws. The judge is a Biden donor. How might these issues impact the potential for an appeal?
I agree on the charging decision. I think was politically motivated because this case is set, it's sitting around for 6 or 7 years. On the judge's actions and some of the things that happened in the court, I think he's just following the law. I don't necessarily agree that the judge is biased. And I think what we saw yesterday with the jury actually asking questions and looking for transcripts and looking for jury instructions, I think that undercuts any argument that this is a biased jury. My experience with jurors, they come in, they do their job, and they leave. So it's a horse apiece on that, but the charging itself, to me, was always questionable.
Okay, so let's talk about this. We're going to take it a step further. If Donald Trump is found guilty and sentenced to house arrest, even jail time, how does that impede his ability to campaign?
I don't think either will happen. I mean, these are the top line. The most you could get in this is 4 years and a $5,000 fine. They're relatively minor felonies. But I do believe that the judge is going to take into consideration his behavior during this trial. And whether you love or hate Trump or not, his behavior was pretty bad on what he was saying outside the courtroom. Some of the behavior, threatening witnesses and things like that. And that might hurt him at sentencing time. But this judge has noted that he understands who he's dealing with here, and I highly doubt that he will do either of those. I think this is a probationable offense at best. Heck, he might not even be found guilty. I think it's a coin flip right now.
Okay, so right now we are watching those jury deliberations very closely. As we mentioned, they deliberated for about 4.5 hours yesterday. Yeah. We could have a verdict today, so we'll let you know when we do. And
I think Thursday, they want to get out of there.
Okay.
Yep, I guess it's today. Hopefully, let's get this over with.
Pat,